Think airport rules haven't changed? Think again. New scanners, secret bans, no warning. One wrong move and you're pulled aside while your flight boards without you. It's already happened to thousands. Stick around. I'll show you 20 new rules that could save your trip, starting with one nobody sees coming. Number 20. Random hand swabs. You're just putting your bag on the belt when suddenly a TSA agent swabs your hands and electronics. No explanation, no time to prepare. Just a chemical wipe across your palms. It's called an ETD, Explosives Trace Detection Test, and in 2025, they've become way more common. The surprise? There's no trigger. It's not about how you look or what you packed. These tests are random and automatic. You could be chosen just for being the 10th passenger. If you've touched anything suspicious earlier in the day, like gardening chemicals or even hand sanitizer with certain alcohols, you might test positive and get pulled aside. You're not in trouble, but your day just got longer, and the airlines, they won't warn you about this because it's technically not their problem. Want to avoid it? Wash your hands with plain soap before heading through security. Next up, a change to your belt that could send you straight to secondary screening. Smart belts equals alerts. You pass through the metal detector and it beeps. You're confused. No coins, no keys, no phone. Then they tell you it's your belt, not the buckle, the belt itself. In 2025, many belts now have RFID chips, trackers, or reinforced wiring built in. And newer scanners pick up everything. TSA staff don't care if it's high-tech or fashionable. If it's metal, you're getting checked. And here's the kicker. Most people don't even know their belt has tech inside. It could be part of a smart buckle, a luggage tracker, or a tactical-style strip with steel core, all of which set off alarms. So what's the move? Either travel with a fabric belt or toss it in your carry-on until after security. Airlines aren't going to tell you this because, again, it's not their lane. But your waistline could be the reason you miss your gate. Coming up, a new facial scan feature that's not as optional as you think. Number 18. Facial scan not optional. You walk toward the security gate, and instead of handing over your boarding pass, a screen scans your face. Boom! Gate opens. Sounds smooth, right? Except you didn't agree to that scan. And in 2025, facial recognition at airports is becoming standard. If you just go with the flow, you're scanned and logged, whether you like it or not. And airlines won't stop it. They've partnered with Homeland Security to enhance efficiency. But what they won't tell you is where that data goes, how long it's stored, or who else can access it. Want to keep your biometric data private? Tell the agent at the gate before your turn, and prepare for a slower manual check. It's not convenient, but neither is getting enrolled in a system you didn't agree to. Next up, why your favorite snacks might get confiscated on the spot. For 17. Powdered snacks, flagged. You packed your protein powder, instant coffee, or baby formula. All sealed, all under the limit. But at security, an agent flags your bag and pulls it for screening. What changed? In 2025, TSA introduced stricter rules for powders. Anything over 12 euros, even food, can now be considered suspicious and screened for explosives. And it's not just about size. If the container isn't transparent, labeled, or easy to inspect, it might get tossed. You won't get a refund. And no, there's no official alert from airlines about this rule. You'll only find out after the fact. So what do? Pre-pack smaller amounts in clear, labeled bags. And don't bury powders under electronics. That's an instant red flag. It's a quiet change, but one that's ruining travel days fast. Next up, a new screening zone that's catching travelers completely off guard. Number 16. Surprise second checkpoint. You think you're through. You passed the scanner, grabbed your bag, slipped your shoes back on, and then someone stops you. Random check, they say. No explanation. No warning. Welcome to the 2025 post-screening checkpoint. Some airports have introduced a second layer of random screening just after you clear the first. It's designed to catch people who might have slipped through or tampered with items after screening. You might be pulled for a pat-down, bag recheck, or questioning, even though you technically passed security. The process adds time, adds stress, and adds nothing to your boarding pass. To prepare, just don't rush. Give yourself extra buffer time after security, because even when you think you're done, you might not be. Still ahead, the tech in your suitcase that could trigger a full bag search. Number 15. Smart luggage gets scanned. Think your smart luggage is subtle enough to sneak through? Not anymore. In 2025, many major airports have upgraded their scanners to detect battery signatures, meaning your bag doesn't even have to look suspicious to get flagged. The system can now detect lithium-ion battery density and shape, even when it's hidden inside your luggage lining or power bank slot. If your bag has a non-removable battery, even if it's off, you'll likely be pulled aside for manual inspection or asked to remove the battery on the spot. Most airlines still don't ban smart luggage outright, but they do require removable batteries, and they won't tell you up front. Instead, they'll let TSA deal with it. Want to avoid the slowdown? Take the battery out before security or travel with a model that detaches cleanly. Otherwise, you're at the mercy of a machine that doesn't care how sleek your suitcase is. Coming up, a rule twist that's confusing parents and grandparents at family gates. Number 14. Kid gear scanned harder. You're traveling with kids or grandkids. Diapers, wipes, snacks, formula. In the past, agents gave some leeway. Maybe glanced inside, waved you through. Not anymore. In 2025, many TSA agents are now instructed to screen children's items with the same scrutiny as adult bags. That includes baby food, stroller compartments, even diaper cream. But what they don't tell you is that these checks now take longer than before. And if you're not prepared, it adds chaos at the worst possible moment. So, what's the play? Pack children's items in a separate clear bag. Keep them accessible, and expect them to be inspected. It's one of the quietest but most disruptive changes this year, and one airlines will never mention when booking that family-friendly flight. Up next, a metal ban that could send your expensive grooming kit straight into the trash. 13. Grooming kit tossed. Your grooming kit is clean, TSA-friendly, and you've flown with it a dozen times before. No issues. But in 2025, things changed. New automated screening systems flag razors, nail tools, or metal scissors more aggressively than before. Even if your razor is disposable or TSA compliant, the scanner doesn't know that. It sees sharp object metal blade and triggers a manual search. In some airports, these items are now being removed without discussion, especially if they're loosely packed or unlabeled. That fancy stainless steel trimmer you brought might not make it past the belt. TSA agents now have more discretion than ever, and airlines won't protect your personal gear. So how do you protect your stuff? Use clear pouches, keep metal tools minimal, and never pack grooming items deep inside electronics or toiletry bags. Otherwise, you might lose your essentials before takeoff. Next up, a cosmetic ban you won't believe actually exists. Number 12. Makeup eats souls, liquid hazard. It sounds ridiculous. Your concealer, foundation, or lip balm triggering a security alert. But in 2025, it's happening more and more. Why? Because newer scanners can't always identify dense, creamy substances packed in thick plastic or metal containers. TSA agents call it unclear liquid. And if they can't visually identify it or get a clean scan, they'll either open it, swab it, or toss it. That high-end face cream you just bought at duty-free? It might not even make it home. And here's the kicker. Some of these items are technically under the 100 ml limit, but still get flagged based on opacity. Airlines won't warn you, and most travelers have no clue until it's too late. So what do? Keep liquids and creams in clear bags. Label everything. If it's expensive or essential, carry a backup in solid form or use travel-sized versions. Coming up, the one piece of clothing that could get you a full-body search. Number 11. RFID jacket pat-downs. You wear your travel jacket. It's comfy, practical, has a dozen pockets. But then security stops you. They wave the wand. Something doesn't scan right. Now you're being pulled aside for a full pat-down. Welcome to 2025, where hidden RFID-lined clothing, anti-theft pockets, and metal-threaded jackets are setting off scanners everywhere. These clothes aren't illegal, but they confuse the system. Some jackets block radio signals. Others have built-in passport pouches that resemble concealed compartments. And scanners don't like unknowns. You thought you were being travel-savvy. The system sees it as suspicious. Airlines, they won't say a word. TSA won't apologize. You'll just get delayed. So what should you do? Keep it simple. If your jacket has wires, foil, or any metal lining, leave it at home or run it through the X-ray bin separately. Next up, the everyday travel habit that might land you on a watch list. Number 10. One-way ticket pattern. You're flying often, maybe for work, maybe freelance, and always booking one-way flights to stay flexible. The TSA and CBP systems now auto-monitor flight history, and if your pattern looks off, you might get selected for extra screening, even if you've done nothing wrong. Airlines won't tell you this. Why would they? One-way tickets are more expensive, but your flight pattern could be building a file on you without your knowledge. Want to play it safe? Mix in round trips, use loyalty numbers to link legit travel reasons, and avoid changing destinations last minute. It's not paranoia, it's just staying off the wrong radar. Up next, the phone setting that could land you in trouble at immigration. Number 9. Airplane mode red flag. You arrive, breeze through passport control, and then suddenly an agent asks to see your phone. You unlock it, and it's still on airplane mode. Not great. In 2025, more customs officers are quietly using your phone's recent data signals, like location history or messaging timestamps, as a soft signal of transparency. If your device shows no recent Wi-Fi or mobile activity, they might assume you're hiding something or trying to avoid geo-tracking. It doesn't mean you've done anything illegal, but it adds friction, and you might be held back for questioning while they dig. And no, the airline isn't warning anyone about this. Want to avoid the awkward delay? Turn airplane mode off before reaching customs. Let your phone ping the network, even if just briefly. Coming up, the personal item that could actually get you denied boarding if mishandled. 7. Unlabeled meds confiscated. You toss a daily pill organizer into your carry-on. Totally normal for seniors, frequent travelers, or anyone on prescriptions. TSA agents are now instructed to flag unlabeled medications, especially if they're in non-original containers. If your pill case has loose tablets without any ID or prescription bottles, you may be pulled aside. Worse, some travelers have had their meds confiscated, not because they're illegal, but because there's no way to verify what they are. Airlines won't warn you because technically it's a TSA issue, but that doesn't help when you're standing at the checkpoint with blood pressure meds you need to keep. Coming up, the boarding lane that might cost you your spot on the plane, even with a ticket in hand. 6. Boarding lane lockout. You arrive at the gate, see a long line in your assigned group, and decide to hop over to a faster-moving lane. But in 2025, some airports are now testing strict digital lane assignments linked to your boarding pass. If you scan in at the wrong lane, say a priority lane when you're in Group 3, the system may block your check-in, flag your profile, or bounce you to the back of the line entirely. It's not a gate agent decision anymore. The scanner handles it. And airlines? They don't explain this up front because they assume you'll follow instructions. Next up, 5 more changes you'll only hear about after you've been stopped. Number 5. Wi-Fi gets you flagged. You connect to airport Wi-Fi like always. Harmless, right? Not in 2025. Connect to a site that's flagged, a VPN server linked to a risky region, or fail multiple logins across devices, and your profile might quietly get flagged for secondary screening. You'll never know it happened, but TSA will. It's called behavioral risk tracking, and it doesn't require your consent. But sometimes, it just flags innocent travelers who are rushing, clicking too fast, or accessing sensitive accounts on public networks. And here's what airlines never say. Once you're flagged digitally, you're more likely to be physically searched. Want to avoid that? Don't do banking, login changes, or private browsing on public airport Wi-Fi. Wait until you're using your own network. Number 4. Private jet crackdown. You'd think flying private means breezing through security, but in 2025, private jet terminals, called FBOs, now follow stricter screening procedures than the main commercial terminal. Why? Because private aviation has become a loophole for illicit activity, cash smuggling, banned electronics, and even human trafficking. Travelers using these exclusive services now face biometric scanning, full bag inspections, and in some cases, short interviews about travel purpose and connections. You won't hear this from your airline or the concierge desk. But if you're flying out of private terminals, especially internationally, don't assume VIP means invisible. Arrive earlier than you would for a commercial flight and be ready to explain everything you packed. The velvet rope? Still there, but so are the scanners. Number 3. Water bottle delay. Remember when forgetting to empty your water bottle meant you'd just dump it and move on? That's over. In 2025, many airports have upgraded their scanners to flag any liquid mass, including half-empty reusable bottles. And if the bottle is metal or opaque, TSA can't confirm it's just water. That means you're getting pulled aside, questioned, and the bottle is swabbed for explosives. What's worse, they might confiscate it entirely. And yes, that includes expensive bottles like Hydro Flask or LARQ. There's no warning from airlines and no signs at the checkpoint telling you to keep the lid off. But that's what you should do. Unscrew the cap and keep it in plain view. Still ignoring it? Get ready to lose your bottle and your boarding spot. Number 2. Bluetooth Tracker. Trouble. AirTags and other Bluetooth trackers are everywhere now. Smart, cheap, reliable. But in 2025, some international airports are cracking down. These tiny devices constantly ping signals, and certain countries consider that a security risk. Especially in Europe, Asia, and parts of the Middle East, travelers have had bags pulled, delayed, or blocked from loading due to undeclared trackers inside. No warning, no refund, and no airline is going to text you about it. They'll blame the destination's security team. Travelers are just learning the hard way when their bags go missing for hours or days. So here's the move. Check the destination's baggage rules before you travel. If in doubt, put the tracker in your carry-on. It can make your bag a security issue, and no one will explain why. Educational segment: Why security feels stricter in 2025. In 2025, airport security has gone silent, but smarter. Most of the new systems are invisible to you. Biometric tracking, AI behavior mapping, and cross-platform risk profiling. That means even your flight habits, device activity, or facial expressions can quietly affect how you're treated at a checkpoint. And if your behavior doesn't match the normal profile the system expects, you get pulled. No explanation given. The real twist? Airlines don't tell you this because they're not in control of it. It's DHS, TSA, and airport tech firms behind the curtain, automating risk assessment in real time. That's why some people get stopped for no reason while others sail through. It's not personal, unless you're the one being searched. Which of these surprised you the most? Or have you already experienced one? Let me know in the comments. I read them all. And if you want a full 2025 proof security checklist, hit like so I know to drop one. Subscribe for more no-fluff airport advice, and next time you fly, don't get caught by the rules no one talks about.